Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, we will be discussing about the forced resignations recently that are happening. And before we move to the agenda of the video, let me tell you quickly about our digital product, which is giving you a list of companies which are hiring 100% remote. So this product, you can get the list of websites and you can apply to those websites based on the requirements, based on the job vacancies that are posted there, and they are hiring 100% remote. So it's fully trusted remote first employers, and they have got transparent hiring processes, so practices, and the process is also well versed, which you can, so you don't have to worry, and which you can trust as well. Now, let me tell you about a recent post that has been highlighting a lot on online, and as well as there's something that you need to pay attention to. So I have hide the name of the person, but the companies like PwC, companies like Zomato, right? They are asking their employees for the forced resignations. They are asking their employees to resign by themselves. Now, if you see this particular post, so imagine you are starting your day in the morning and you get a call from the HR manager, or you get a call from your recruitment team that today is your last day. And not only that, the employees are asked to share their screen, and once you share your screen, then you will be asked to type the resignation letter before itself. And just imagine the situation that you are asked to share your screen and you are asked to resign from the current company. No notice period, no severance pay, nothing. So in this video, I'm going to highlight such real-time situation only. So this is the situation that has recently occurred. Recently, I was asked to resign from the PwC AC India over a call. The reason given was repetition of a lower performance rating. When I asked why I received such a rating despite consistent good reviews and feedback, I was not provided with a clear or genuine explanation. Now, here, the problem is not the lower performance rating. The problem is the feedback as well. If you see, the employee has been given good reviews and feedback. The rating has been low, but still he has been given a good reviews and feedback. Now, this is something that does not goes hand in hand. If you are someone who is not performing well in an organization, let it be a startup based company or let it be a product based company. So let me explain you what happens in this situation. First of all, whenever you are working in any of the company, so you will be working on the basis of, let's say, as a contract or as a full-time employee. So let me explain the entire scenario to you in detail. Okay. So in a one financial year, you would be getting 4 assessment reviews forms to be submitted. Okay, one per each quarter. Now, once you will fill up this self-assessment form, then your lead will review and they will provide you the rating. Once the lead is providing you the rating, then the manager is reviewing the same form and they will provide you the rating. Many a times managers are knowing about the employees, so they will put the rating accordingly. Manager, they are not at the same time manager, if they are not well known, then they will trust what is the review or what is the rating that is given by the lead, and they will move forward to that. But in this case, if you are not performing well, then there will be 1:1 calls that would be happening. And in those 1:1 calls, you would be communicated that this is the areas wherein you have to improve. These are the areas wherein you could not perform properly. And some kind of scenarios would be given. For example, you were testing this particular thing, it was a release time, and maybe you are not available at the and critical movement. So any such kind of XYZ reason can be given. But the point here to note is that there are 1:1 calls that should be happening, which can have this kind of transparency and the employee and the lead or their senior management are on the same page with respect to the rating or the performance. Now, what is happening in these particular scenarios? You are giving the employees first positive feedback. So, good feedback, good reviews. But then what is happening is they are being told to resign over a call itself. In some of the companies, what happens, the employees are asked to be a part of PIP, right? So PIP is a performance improvement plan. So they will give you a step by step planner and you have to perform accordingly. If you perform well, you will be out of that PIP and you will be back to the normal employee. But if you are not able to uh, do good, perform better in PIP, then you would be asked to resign. And in that case, again, the notice period would come into the picture because you have 2 months, you have 1 month, you have 3 months. Now, this particular notice period is actually a catch. Whenever you are signing any documentation, when you are joining the companies, organizations, at that time you are signing those documentations, and in that it is written whether you will be serving 2 months notice period or 3 months of notice period. Now, if you are able to if you are doing good and if the company asks you to serve 2 months of notice period, then it's fine. But in some of the situations, the companies use this particular slab, use this particular condition, and they might ask you to resign and they might give you the pay for the 2 months. So this also can happen. But now what is happening in these companies like PwC or Zomato as well, that the HR is asking to share the screen and submit the resignation immediately on the call, leaving them the no real choice. Right? Now, even the employees are given 2 months of severance pay. Okay, so it has got 2 months, but still, do you feel is if this is acceptable or not? So that is one of the question that I want to ask to every one of you. If you are given 2 months of severance pay and if you are asked to resign today itself, is that something that is justifiable with respect to the industry that is working today and with respect to the private organizations in which you are working? If you're working in government organizations, the situations, the scenarios, the circumstances are altogether different. But in private companies, it is a cutthroat competition these days. And if you face such kind of situations, is it justifiable? So you can put your answer in the comment section of the video. Coming to the next point, the point is when you are having one is to one calls, then you should communicate. So let's also see what you should do to avoid such kind of situations. Okay. So first is you can ask them that the company should allow you to serve the notice period, because when you are serving the notice period, of course you'll get the salary, but you will get at least some interview preparation time, right? You would get some time to go through the concepts, because when you are working you might not get that much of time to prepare for the interviews and all those things. So when you are preparing, when you are serving the notice period, you might take out some time for all these things. Apart from that, you will get some buffer time to apply into the companies. Okay. Now why I'm emphasizing on this buffer time, because the interview hiring or the company hiring process via interviews is not straightforward in 2025 as it was there in 2020 or 2018 or 2015. The company hiring process has altogether changed today. So you might be applying in hundreds of companies, you might get calls from 5 companies, and the interview might get scheduled in 2 companies. So these kind of things are happening. So when you see this kind of ratio, that is 2 is to 100, right? So that is where it is very much essential that you should buy such kind of buffer time for yourself. So if you are in this situation, request the HR that you'll work on yourself. You'll try to get that notice period started for 2 months, for 3 months, for 1 month, whatever is necessary. In that notice period, you try to perform in the company and they might retain you This chance is 0.001%, because if they are asking you to resign today, they have made up their mind that they will lay you off tomorrow. So what you have to do is you have to parallelly start for the interview preparation. That is why at the beginning of the video itself, I showed you about the companies which are hiring 100% remote. And if you are looking for any such kind of package which can help you for interview preparation, then the package you will get on the top mate itself, right? These companies are something that will help you, and you have to apply. See, these are the list of websites. You have to apply based on the vacancies, based on the positions that are posted on that particular website. You can bookmark these websites and you can check once in a day, in a 2 day, or in a 3 day, whether what kind of vacancies are being posted, and accordingly you can update your resume and you can apply for the same, right? So these kind of situations are happening in the industry. So I would request you, I wanted you to be aware, and I would request you to keep your ears and keep your eyes open if you're working in such kind of companies, because the job opportunities are shrinking, unemployment and uncertainty is very high, right? And very important is your mental health, right? In such kind of crises, in such kind of instability, your mental health might deteriorate. So it's very important that you should take care. And posting on such kind of platforms like LinkedIn or on Reddit in opposition to HR is something that you can avoid, because see, HR is not a decision maker. What does HR do? HR is actually an employee only in an organization, and there is someone in the senior management from the leadership team who has already taken that decision and has communicated to HR to communicate the same thing to you. So HR role is just as a kind of, I would say, a mediator who is between you and the employer, right? So don't write any ill things about the HR, about the organizations, because at the end it will be your loss, because your experience letter, your relieving letter are important. And tomorrow, if there is any kind of background checks, then the calls would be made. So it should be essential that whatever happened, you end the thing on a positive note. I can understand there's not something that is acceptable, there's not good, but the people who can win in this particular situation are someone who don't react to this kind of situations, right? It's very important that you have to understand what you have to do in this particular circumstances, right? So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned for more updates.